Let us be dissatisfied. 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 In order to answer the question, where do we go from here, which is our theme, we must first honestly recognize where we are now.
The typical black family in this country has 1/10 the wealth of the typical white family. Black women die in childbirth at 4 times the rate of white women. And there is, of course, the shame of this land of the free, boasting the largest prison population on the planet, of which descendants of the enslaved make up the largest share.
Criminalizing black people, criminalizing brown people. You jaywalk, the cops are on you. Drop some litter on the ground, cops are on you. You're standing, cops are on you. You're walking, cops are on you. Massive voter suppression.
We live in America where many still need living wages and protection from xenophobia and systemic racism and homophobia and religious bigotry and immigration resentment and climate destruction. Too many are crying and too many are dying. So we are witnessing an all-out assault, foreign and domestic, on the very heart of our democracy.
This is where we are. This is where we are. This is where we are. America, you must be born again. You must be born again. Born again. Where do we go from here? First, we must massively assert our dignity and worth. We must stand up amid a system that still oppresses us and develop an unassailable and majestic sense of value. This is a time for action, to discover how to organize our strength into economic and political power. One of the great problems of history is that the concepts of love and power have usually been contrasted as polar opposites. What is needed is a realization that power without love is reckless and abusive, and that love without power is sentimental and anemic. Power at its best is love, implementing the demands of justice, and justice at its best is love correcting everything that stands against love. There is nothing wrong with power. 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 As we talk about where do we go from here, we must honestly face the question of restructuring the whole of American society. In other words, your whole structure must be changed. A nation that will keep people in slavery for 244 years will thingify them and make them things. And therefore, they will exploit them and poor people generally. Now, when I say questioning the whole society, it means ultimately coming to see that the problem of racism, the problem of economic exploitation, and the problem of war are all tied together. These are the triple evils that are interrelated.
And there comes a time that we must stand flat-footed and declare eternal dissatisfaction with poverty, racism, materialism, and militarism.
America, you must be born again. You must be born again. The road ahead will not always be smooth. There will still be rocky places of frustration, meandering points of bewilderment. There will be inevitable setbacks here and there. There will be those moments when the buoyancy of hope will be transformed into the fatigue of despair. Our dreams will sometime be shattered, and our ethereal hopes blasted. Difficult and painful as it is, we must walk on in the days ahead with an audacious faith in the future.
We stood together for 3 long years. We went in the fire together. We marched together. We prayed together. We went to jail together. We registered voters together. We went to the legislature together. We sued them in court together. And this year, in the face of all this other Trumpism, we saw a change because somebody refused to stand down.
When our days become dreary with low hovering clouds of despair, when our nights become darker than 1,000 midnights, let us remember there is a creative force in this universe working to pull down the gigantic mountains of evil, a power that is able to make a way out of no way and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. And I say to you, I I've also decided to stick with love, but I know that love is ultimately the only answer to mankind's problem. I'm talking about a strong, demanding love. And I have seen too much hate. And I say to myself that hate is too great a burden to bear. If you're seeking the highest good, I think you can find it through love.
We have to go into New Year standing up. We can't bow until justice comes. We can't bow until mercy comes.
There is nothing wrong with power. Let us realize that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Let us realize that truth crushed to earth will rise again. We must walk on in the days ahead with an audacious faith in the future. America, you must be born again.